Let's go over some of the information on the student handout. That can be found under the Files tab in your left-hand menu. It says Lecture 1, Student Handout. First, we're going to talk about place value. If I have there's my number. Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. We need to name all of those places. What's my first number? That's the tens place. In the hundreds place. Thousands place. 10,000. 100,000s. Or sorry, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then millions. That's as far as we'll go. If I asked you to round this number to the nearest million, where would you round it? So here's my millions place value. So it would be 2 million. What if I asked you to round it to the nearest 10,000? So where's our 10,000 place? Here. What are our rules with rounding? 5 or higher rounds up, less than 5 rounds down. So 4 is less than 5. So we would round this to 2 million and keep that as a 3. 130,000. If I asked you to round this number to the nearest 100, what's our 100 place here? 100. So do I round up or do I round down? Round up. This is a 7. We'd round up to 2,134,700. Round up to the nearest 10. Here's my 10s. Round up or down? Up. So 2,134,068. Those are our place values for positive numbers. When I get on the negative side, 0.34798. Let's name all those place values. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and then millionths. If I asked you to round this to the nearest tenth, right, here's our 10th place value. Round up or down? Want to round down? That's not greater than a 4. So what's my nearest tenth? Rounding to the 10th, it would be equal to 0.3. If I round to the nearest hundredth, so there's my hundredth spot. Do we round up or down? Okay, we've got a 9, so we're going to round that up. It would be 0.348. That would be our nearest hundredths. Okay. So in your handout, you've got 5,872. Round that to the nearest 100. So where's our hundreds? We have ones, tens, hundreds. So here's the one we need to round. Do we round up or down? Up. So our nearest 100 is 5,900. Our second example is 402. Round that to the nearest 10. So ones, tens. So So this is the one we want. Round up or down? Down. 2 is less than 5. So our nearest 10 would be 400. 4,320. Let's round that to the nearest 100. So ones, tens, hundreds. 4,300. Very good. 675. Round that to the nearest 10. So ones, tens. Round up or down? Okay, 5 and above, we round up. So our nearest 10 place would be 680. 7,685. Let's round that to the nearest 10. So ones, tens, up or down? Okay. 7690. So there's a table there on the front of your handout that gives you from millions to millionths. In the middle, it goes over your inequality symbols. So let's review those. This one is greater than or less than? Okay, less than, it's the L tipped on its side. If I put a line underneath, it means or equal to. So less than or equal to. This one is greater than or equal to. What if I have something that looks like that? The line cross-hatched through the equal sign means it is not equal. Okay? Not equal. Review absolute value a little bit. So my number inside here, it can be positive or it can be negative. That will always equal a positive value. Remember, absolute value is how far down the number line am I traveling. So I always like to imagine that this is my number line right through here. And these are my points on the number line. So absolute value. Averages. How do we find the average for a group of numbers? I have 10, 6, 43, 8, 27. How do I find the average for those? So count up how many numbers are in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to add all these together and then divide by 5. 10 plus 6 plus 43 plus 8 plus 27 equals 94. And then I divide that by 5 equals 18.8. There is a trick you can use if you don't have a calculator handy. You want to put your numbers in order from greatest to least or least to greatest. So in that case, we would go like this. 6, 8, 10, 27, 43. Start on your most exterior. So 6 and 43 add up to 49. Divide that in half. It's about 25. 8 and 27. Add those together. Divided in half is 17 and a half. So we've got an about 25, an about 18, and then a 10. So those are the three, 10, 18, 25. So 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 18 is 53. Divide that by 3 and I get 18. So it's a pretty close estimation if you don't have a calculator. Put them in order from smallest to greatest and then work your way into the middle. What if I have 612, 243, 247, 723, 542, 486, and I ran out of room. Last one, 379. There's my family. How do I find the average? Count up how many numbers are in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would add those all together. Divide by 7. I end up with 461.71. It works just the same if I have fractions or decimals. Okay, there's my group of numbers. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add them up, divide by 5. 15.16.